Hello, this is for documentation purposes. I was putting together my Ender 3 and I had it working for about 10 minutes and I was adjusting settings, trying to level the bed for the first time. And I believe what happened is that after auto-homing, this piece comes all the way here and then all the way down. And it actually sits in front of. Oh, I made a mistake there. It sits in front of the bed, like that. And right now I have the bed all the way lowered. But if I raise the bed here, you will see that the raised bed is higher than the lowest point of the nozzle. And what that causes, excuse me, just trying to fiddle here, is that the nozzle can actually come in contact with the heated bed, which is plugged in and working. It was working. It's not working anymore because of what has happened. When these two pieces touch, when the heated nozzle, or when the nozzle and the heated bed touch, there's a spark. That's what's happening currently. But the first time that this had happened, it completely fried this chip. That one, the square one right in the middle. I saw smoke, and the fan on the, where's the fan? And the fan was spinning the smoke around. And then after, it died. And this is what it being dead sounds like and looks like. So the power's on, the motherboard's connected, the buzzer's going off, and there's no input I can do. So what I'm going to do right now is just disconnect this so that buzzer stops. And it's still running. And as I will... So I'm going to have to stitch this together because with the flash on my phone on, you actually can't see the spark. So, there you go. Probably just caught it there. It's very fast. It's a very brief spark. There it goes again. I saw it on my phone. Yeah, and the first time that happened, like I said, it completely fried the chip. Now, it could be my fault for having the bed too high. I understand if that's the case, and from now on I'm definitely going to make sure that the bed is always as low as it can possibly be. But it was doing the bed leveling, like it was starting a print basically when that happened. So I wasn't moving anything manually. The motors were engaged and all that, and yeah. So I basically just want to put that out there. I know it's not the power supply. I've done this before, but I can go and disconnect the power supply, and that works fine. I mean, the fan on the extruder is running, although the fan on the motherboard is not. And this other, the blower fan, this one is not. That's not spinning. So it's still getting power. So the power supply is fine. But the main chip, basically the brains of the thing, is just completely dead, and I probably won't be able to. Yeah, well, you can see it there. It's just blown, fried. I don't know if that's salvageable. I would assume not. So basically, just get a new chip, and the chip. I mean, theoretically, you would get a new chip, but then you'd have to actually put it in place, and that'd probably be a hassle. So, rather than doing that, just going to have to get a new board. And I don't know if you can see underneath. It doesn't. There's nothing underneath that tells me that it's been damaged. So I mean, supposedly it passed quality control, but maybe it was working. It was working for all of 10 minutes. So it could be a heat issue. Like I said, it could have been the touching problem, but I don't want to make this like a super long video. I'm just telling people, if you have an Ender 3, just be careful. It's probably never happened to anybody else because they're not idiots. So but just in case you're screwing around with settings, you're changing the bed, whatever, make sure that you don't have the nozzle touch the bed settings, the heated bed. Anyways, I'll stitch this together and just put it on it. Sure.
Has to heat up again. But